Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of my Hornby hobby. My love for trains and railways isn't just dedicated to the real thing and to models. It's also to the reading material which is based off them. So here's pretty much the first train book that I ever got, which is Preserved Steam in Derbyshire, which I have actually done a reading of this introduction in an episode of the Life is Random podcast. So just look that up and look for that title, Preserved Steam in Derbyshire. And basically it does tell you, well, it goes through all locomotives throughout all the years, different locations, the Duchess of Sutherland, castle classes, and so on and so forth. It's a really nice read. In South Africa, Black 5, and so on and so forth. So it just keeps going. This was bought by my mum in a charity shop. Does it have the price anywhere? You know what friggin' things like. Look at some of these. They're at the Barrow Hill Roundhouse. And there are some at Midland Railway. There's an 8F there. And with the right amount of lighting, you can really make these things look even more majestic than they are. There's the Sir Nigel Gresley, seen in the yard of Barrow Hill. I need to go to Barrow Hill Roundhouse. And just bits of snow. Swanwick Junction, yeah. Midland Railway Centre, yeah. So there should be quite a few here. Yeah, the Swanwick branch. And there's a Furness Railway there. And just so on and so forth. Oh, look at that snow. I'd love to do a snow scene on one of my layouts one day. That'd look good. Princess Margaret Rose, yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw her when we went to Butley in the early days. So that's the first book. The second book is when we went to York, and I bought this, The Overhaul Picture. I thought that was quite a clever title, The Overall Picture, The Overhaul Picture, which details a photographer's story following the overhaul of the steam locomotive Sir Nigel Gresley. So again, and it basically just shows everything, stripping it, and you can really see the process that went into it. Sourcing that with the boiler. And just getting it ready so that then it can be seen in York. And you get to see all the little details, everything they do, how they rivet it. And the little a riveting day spanner in the works. So that's what an A4 looks like without the streamlining on the body. And until I read this book, I never knew. I thought that the natural shape of the streamlining was the boiler. And it wasn't just a fancy streamlining that stuck onto the boiler. I never knew that. I never knew that that's how it looked on the inside. So, yeah. It just details through the building, the painting, literally everything. Here you go. Codmouth doors, revealing the smokebox door behind it. So, like that. So there she is under the BR number. And then obviously she gets turned into a nice black with, an LNER wartime black. Hey, there you go. There she is. She looks gorgeous in that one. So that's it's nice to see the work that's gone in, because she's had a major overhaul. The next ones because I bought both of these at the same place, were from the Great Central Railway. We went one weekend and I went into a shop and this caught my eye, and you can see why. I had to prepare, fire and drive a steam locomotive. So I should really get reading on this, because there's a lot about steam engines I really need to know. Like, for example, checking the water in the boiler, because obviously you've got them taps, these, and you've got isolation valves on them, and there's a specific way that you're supposed to do it. In fact, I think we've actually found the page. Because I think, how does it go? You turn the bottom one off, then the middle, then open the top one. And then that should drain away. And then the water's forced back in to make sure you've got water in the boiler. Because you have to be... Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, close the gauge frame by pulling down the shut-off cocks. Leave the bottom test cock open. Remove the pin or clip that retains the glass protector. Oh, that's dismantling and replacing the thing. So, damn. Looks like the procedure's there, so... Yeah, so there's going to be a lot in there that I'm going to really need to know how to oil up mechanical lubricators and the motions and whatnot. So that I really need to read. Here's another one, again from the Great Central Railway, how a steam locomotive works. And give you wheel configurations and everything in this, which is proper nice. Here you go. So there's the cocks. Yeah. Yeah, so you've got your top cock, bottom cock, and a drain cock. So yeah, I'm going to need to... is that it? Setting to use when filling up the boiler. So it looks like you have the top open and the bottom one closed. So there you go. And about fire and getting involved with it, yeah. This is all very complicated for me. Breaking components, vacuum, steam, etc, etc, etc. Moving on. Here's a book that my cousin Sienna got me for Christmas just gone. The Galloping Sausage and Other Train Curiosities. So basically just weird and wonderful things that have happened on railways throughout time. So that's the next story that we've got to read. And basically this starts with the Liverpool and Manchester Railway. So it's going to go all the way up to pretty much present day, I'd imagine. Here's one that I've got recently, which is the train book. And it's a definitive visual history. And again, this starts right back at the beginning with the Rocket and the Stephenson's brothers and whatnot. And it just keeps going and going and going. And it does it in time increments. What is it about Americans that they have that kind of style? Why does the chimney need to be that big? By the way, it is a chimney because ships have funnels, not steam engines. So why does the chimney need to be that big? And why, oh why, do they all need one of these? Why? Every single American engine has got one. Every single one. Why America? Anyway, moving on to something more British. Oh, he says, here we go. Gladstone, there it is, and the Caledonian 812, which I really need that one in model form. Gladstone, you may remember Sam's 3D printed that recently, and he's put the design up on his, I believe on his Thingiverse. So you can actually print it yourself, which is very nice of him. So yeah, I can't remember how much that cost me, but it's really heavy. It really is. I mean, and you can feel the etched detail. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there is detail there etched in. You can feel the buffers and everything. And now we move on to the last and my most important book, which is the Observer's Book of Railway Locomotives. And basically this gives you everything. The origin, what year it was introduced, the driving wheels, the bogie wheels, the training wheels, the length of it, the weight, the water capacity, the designer, the purpose, etc, etc, etc. So it gives you all the specifications and the numbers and if they're surviving in preservation. So this should make it easier for me to spot what locomotives we see. I can actually remember that when we went on the 8F, the 8F to the Great Central Railway, I actually heard a passenger talking to one of the volunteers and asking why we stopped on this bridge, while we let some people enjoy the dining experience, because it was both a passenger train and a dining train. And there's the GT3 looking amazing, and apparently it was a way to save coal. And I heard him mention how expensive coal was, and I went through this little book and found the 8F, wherever the hell it is, and looked at the coal capacity. And first time I've ever done some maths, I just tried to figure out how much coal it would take to completely fill up that tender. So think, how much can an 8F, what's the coal capacity of an 8F, guys? Yeah, you might have to tell me because I'm not finding it. 4MT, 2MT, standard 4. Oh, come on, where's the 8F? 5, Patriot, Mogul. Here. So your coal capacity is 9 tons. And I seem to remember him saying that it's like 500 and something quid for 1 ton of coal. I've got the sums somewhere, and I just did some maths and tried to figure out everything. So that's going to be a useful little book in the future. Can we get all of these into shot? Probably not. So these are all my railway books, and chances are that by the time this video goes up, I will have another one. So there we go, there's thumbnail. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Always much appreciated. Until next time, stay safe and thanks for watching.